Michael Tolva was born February 29th, which means 3 years out of 4, Facebook tells all his friends that his birthday is tomorrow, and then proceeds to tell them that it was yesterday. Yeah. In the early 2000s, he founded 606 Magazine, a monthly online magazine about Chicago, and used his experiences to found 2 magazines in Florida. Next, he co-founded Simply Kate, a web-based property management system for high-rise condos and gated communities. And in 2007, he returned to Chicago to manage the Storehouse Company, which gives older buildings a new lease on life by turning them into storage facilities, and also founded City Storage, which provides self-storage to older properties in Chicago for free. His latest venture is Best Intentions, a fancy cocktail bar in Logan Square. He spends most of his time obsessing about Chicago and the stories that he finds at every turn. And now it is his turn to tell us, how does it work?
How does it work when you sit next to a girl at the bar that you think is interesting? You start a conversation about what's better, bourbon or rye. How does it work when she doesn't take that? How does it work when you ask her out 3 times over the next 3 weeks and she says no to you every single time? Well, you throw her a dinner party in her honor. How does it work that you make that a taco party and you make all the food, but you forget the tortillas and the taco shells? You make it a tortas party. How does it work when that actually worked? You start going on dates. How does it work when those dates continue to go well? You move in together, and you start building a life. How does it work when you start to see a fault? You chalk it up to a bad day. How does it work when that fault becomes a crack? You invite her friends in so she knows that she's not alone. How does that work when that crack becomes a chasm? You gain your resources together and you make sure she has full mental health, free mental health. How does it work when that chasm becomes a canyon? You bring in her parents and you make them take her home and you make sure that she is cared for 24 hours a day. How does it work when she shows up randomly at your apartment? She smashes your phone, she cuts herself, and you run out the door to find the nearest phone to call 911. How does it work when your neighbors aren't home and you have to run down the street to the nearest business to call 911? How does it work when 4 months ago tonight, about 3.5 hours from now, after 9 minutes of you being gone, you come home and she'd hung herself in your front bedroom? How does it work when you think you could have done more? How does it work when you've lost your best friend? How does it work now? How does it work now, Jillian? We never got to answer which one was better, bourbon or rye.